This is a viral clip that's been going around. We actually posted this on Timcast News a while ago, but it's been getting picked up. It's Rosie O'Donnell, who evacuated the country. She fled the country. She's in Ireland now. And when asked about the election, she said this.
You know, a lot of people did vote for him.
Yes.
Do you accept their right to do that and their opinion of him?
Well, I respect their right to do that. I question why the first time in American history a president has won every swing state and is also best friends, and his largest donor was a man who owns and runs the internet. So I would hope that would be investigated and that we would see whether or not it was an anomaly or something else that happened on election night in America when Kamala Harris was filling up stadiums with people who supported her. And Donald Trump was not able to do that.
What?
So it's curious to me. And as an American and a believer in democracy, I would hope that we would be able to look at all of the reasons why this happened.
So I just want to point out how insane these people are. Nixon won a 49-state landslide, and Reagan won a 49-state landslide. And she said for the first time in history, a president has won every swing state. Those two landslide elections are not even the only time a president has won every swing state. The makeup of swing states changes all the time. And swing state is kind of just a pollster's guess. But she's an insane person, and she represents a lot of what the older Gen X to boomer generation Democrats think and feel.
Yeah.
They think Elon Musk owns and controls
the internet, but they had nothing. But they celebrated when Jack Dorsey and Mark Zuckerberg and all these other and YouTube, when they banned President Trump from the internet, when they were censoring conservatives or anybody who did not align with their views.
Of course,
that was okay. That was fine.
That wasn't just okay. That was trying to
that was okay for
democracy.
Oh, and George Soros's money is just fine too. He's one of the richest guys in the world, but he's doing a good thing. But Elon is a bad guy.
There is no reason to expect consistency out of
a man that's
most
allowing
people, but I mean, generally, you don't need to expect consistency out of the left.
But I love hearing Rosie cry. Oh, I love it. Oh, it feels so good. Like, I'm gonna watch this video again before I go to sleep tonight. I think it'll help me sleep better.
You know, a lot of people did vote for him.
Yes.
Do you accept their right to do that and their opinion of him?
Well, I respect their right to do that. I question why the first time in American history a president has won every swing state.
I just want to mention,
swing states don't even stay the same.
That was my point earlier. But if we just remove the stupidity of her for the first time ever, that's not true. If she just said, I wonder how Trump won every swing state, could it be because he was popular?
Right.
I just got to say, Occam's razor, these people live in crackpot Wally world.
Yeah.
They're just, they hear hooves and they think zebras.
Yeah. Move to
zebras to our Commonwealth friends. Sorry, zebras.
Didn't she say she had to get a therapist or something? I heard she said that. Yeah, in this interview, she had said that. She said that she had to talk to a therapist after President Trump won, and she talked with her therapist about moving to Ireland. That was the best thing to do for her mental health.
She had grandparents, so she got automatic citizenship in her ancestral homeland.
In Ireland? Mm-hmm. That's actually pretty cool that you can do it in most places. Yeah. That if your grandparents are from a place, you can go back. And that's like a lot of Americans.
Cool.
But I have to give it to Rosie. She actually left like she said she was going to do.
Yeah.
Good job, Rosie. Good job.
There you go.
Yes. So, Whoopi, follow after Rosie.
Joe
Behar, follow after Rosie.
We should just offer the women of The View a one-way, all expenses paid trip to any country of their choosing.
Elon should let them get on one of his test rockets for free.
Mars awaits. So what people need to understand is that while we're making fun of Rosie O'Donnell, this is how a bunch of the boomer Dems actually feel about what happened.
Yeah.
She did not manifest these thoughts on her own. She's reading this in her group texts, in her Facebook posts, or whatever she's getting. And they genuinely believe that Kamala was filling stadiums and Trump couldn't do it.
Yes.
Boomer libs really do believe that Donald Trump stole the election. There are people that this election. They believe that Elon Musk had access to voting machines and that it was stolen. Not kidding around. There are people you see it on X again. It's
TikTok
the boomer libs, but constantly. Oh,
They
this
should
was
be
stolen.
paper, not digital, to be.
You know what's crazy? A lot of boomers are on TikTok. They
Oh yeah.
are on TikTok. There's a big conspiracy on TikTok that Elon used Starlink to steal the votes through Starlink.
He
you guys-
the internet.
Yes.
Crazy shit like that.
You guys really got to check out Verify 2024 on Reddit. Here's one of their posts from 2 days ago. Rosie O'Donnell questions the validity of the 2024 election, but the silence is still deafening.
Yep.
Heavens me. Then you've got the People's Voice Not Heard. There's a documentary about it. Election manipulation suggested by breaking PA data analysis. Lights on with Jessica Denson. There is quite literally. Remember after Trump lost in 2020, there were just whole movements of being like, no, he's actually going to get elected. And come March 20th, the true date, they'll bring him in. And I kept saying, it's not going to happen, guys.
March 20th still sticks in my head.
The same thing is happening to a certain degree with Democrats.
Yeah.
They genuinely think that Trump cheated, though they're not entertaining the idea that Biden's going to come back or Kamala is because they don't actually have any kind of charismatic leader. But this is not the only forum. This is just one of the subreddits where the left is basically claiming that 2024 was rigged and Trump stole it.
Mm-hmm. I was on TikTok. I mean, I was debating with a lot of people on TikTok. But yeah, there are people on there who still believe that that Kamala Harris will still be the president. They believe that she will be the president because in one of her last speeches, she said, "It's not over, guys."
Yep.
So they've been running that clip of her saying, "Why does she say it's not over?"
It's like the QAnon.
Why does
people
she
who
say
said
it's
that
not
Trump
over?
was the shadow president throughout the Biden admin. They were saying Trump was actually in charge secretly.
Right.
Like, if QAnon people who support Trump are willing to believe that, I don't find
But
TikTok
if
theorists
you
hard
listen
to
to,
believe
if you were on the other side and you were watching CNN and MSNBC and listening to a lot of these liberal podcasters and these influencers, you would think that Kamala Harris was going to win. Like, you would think that. You would really think that. I was watching one video on there, which I'm not too familiar with the Divine Nine and all that stuff, but they had this Divine Nine thing trending.
What is that?
It's like the sorority stuff, like Kamala's sorority. It's like
Divine Nine?
Divine Nine. It's like a group of all those. Google it. I don't really know, but yeah, type it in. What is it?
The National Pan-Hellenic Council, an organization composed of 9 historically African-American fraternities and sororities founded in the early 20th century.
Yeah, so
she was in one of them?
Yeah, she was in one of those.
Okay.
And literally, this was another thing.
That's funny because
People on that side, if you were just listening to these people, I saw so many clips where I started questioning the Divine Nine. They were like, Trump can't win once the Divine Nine endorses Kamala Harris because nobody can beat the Divine Nine. And I'm like, and then it's just a bunch of, it's just a group of, what is it? Like a group of black people in these fraternity
I've
groups?
never even heard of it, but she
it's like
snuck her way in. She faked.
Yeah, so it was like
being black.
It's like millions of them.
One of them, I
but
guess.
literally, they even had people thinking they said no president can win without the Divine Nine, and I'm like, what? And there are people listening to this and like, there's no way that Trump won and the Divine Nine
There
helped
were
Kamala
a lot of
Harris. Like,
witches, psychics, astrologers on TikTok as well who were predicting that Trump would lose, and maybe they're trying to piece together some way it could still happen.
I'm not gonna lie though, that was a funny election because Kamala Harris said some of the craziest. She said some of the craziest stuff ever. That was some of the funniest stuff. I mean,
They were almost tricking me.
It was pretty funny, yeah. When I remember when Kamala said that her grandmother, when her great grandmother who lived in a village hundreds of years ago, was fighting for reproductive rights. She would go around with a bullhorn, with a custom bullhorn, screaming for reproductive rights and fighting for abortion in the village.
Oh.
Kamala, shut the hell up.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.